The Intermediate Guide to Microsoft Excel 2013. Excel in Print. Another Computer Mama Guide. Even spreadsheets need to get dressed up and printed sometimes. Menus, price sheets, delivery schedules, and shipping lists are all part of customer service. If it's going to be in your customer's hands, it should look good in print. This lesson will show you how to use the page layout tools and print previews to get the best printouts. You can open any sample spreadsheet to do this lesson if you wish. The ribbon that we're going to focus on is Page Layout. So if you are ready, please start the program Microsoft Excel and open a sample spreadsheet. This sample spreadsheet is for Charlotte's website. It shows who bought what, the customers, the products, the date, and the sales rep who sold it. Who bought what. The first thing I want to do is change the view. Go to View, Workbook Views, and click on Page Layout. What do you see? This spreadsheet is so wide that there's an orphan. The amount column is on page 2. It isn't gathered together with the other stuff on page 1. We can fix this. Change the view back to normal, and now go to Page Layout, Page Setup, Orientation. By default, this spreadsheet is Portrait. Click on Landscape. There is a dashed line that indicates where the page breaks are. It's been moved to the right because we changed the orientation to Landscape. All of our data should fit on one sheet now. Here's another way to get a spreadsheet to fit on one page. You can change the margins. Go to Page Layout, Page Setup, click on Margins. The narrow ones change the margins on the left and on the right, giving you a little more room. If none of these options fits, you can always make custom margins. Here's the way to get there. Go to Page Layout, Page Setup, Margins, and click on Custom Margins, the tiny arrow in the bottom right corner. You can edit any of the margins if you wish, either the right and the left or the top and the bottom. They don't have to all be the same size. Make it fit. Page Setup also includes the size. By default, a spreadsheet is 8.5 by 11. Go to Page Layout, Page Setup, and Size. Legal is 8.5 by 14, which may be useful if you have a very wide spreadsheet, 12 months in a year. The other numbers, A5, A4, B5, are metric, but the numbers look funny when they're converted into inches. There are two ways to change the page breaks. The first one's on the Page Layout ribbon. Try this. Add a break. Select row 19 in your sample spreadsheet, or any row will do, and go to Page Layout, Page Setup, Breaks. Click on Insert a Break. What do you see? The break will be inserted above the row that you selected, and it looks like a solid line. Okay, go back to Page Layout, Page Setup, Breaks, and remove the page break. Here's another way to edit the breaks. Go to View, Workbook View, click on Page Break Preview. What do you see? The page breaks are shown as thick blue lines, and each page is identified by a watermark. You can reposition the page breaks by dragging the blue lines to a different column or row. Okay, change the view back to normal, and let's try this. You can add images to the background on a page. Go to Page Layout, Page Setup, Background. Browse to a folder on your hard drive and select a picture. This one's money. What do you see? The picture of money repeats in the background of this spreadsheet. It tiles. The computer mama says, "Is it easy to read?" Nah, in this example it isn't very easy to read. Memo to self. Excel doesn't have a built-in watermark to stamp a spreadsheet as confidential, draft, or final. You can add word art to the background and use that instead to make a watermark. Say you only wanted to print a small area from this spreadsheet. Here's what you would do. Select the range of cells that you would like to print and go to Page Layout, Page Setup, Print Area. Click on Set Print Area. Did it work? Go to File, Print. On the left-hand side of the print preview are the printer settings. On the right is the print preview. The print area that we selected should be the only range in this preview. So far, so good. Click on the arrow in the upper left corner of the print preview to return home. And do this too. Clear the print area. Go to Page Layout, Page Setup, Print Area, and click on Clear Print Area. Keep going. Here are even more page setup options. Go to Page Layout, Page Setup, and click on More. That's the arrow in the bottom right corner. There are 4 sets of page setup options: Page, Margins, Header, Footer, and Sheet. Click on Header and Footer. There are several headers that include the name of the file, the date, perhaps even the file location, but none of these include my name. I would like to have a custom footer. Click on Custom Footer. In the left section, type Charlotte's website. In the middle, type a phone number, just in case your customer wants to call and ask questions. In the right section, go to the little icons and click on the Date button. It looks like a calendar with a number 7. When you click on that little icon, you'll see a piece of code, ampersand bracket date bracket. This updates the date to the current date whenever the spreadsheet is opened again. Click OK and let's go back to the page layout. There are different options at the bottom of the header and footer page. Let's take a look. There's a check mark for different first page. The first page is like a report cover, so the header and footer may be blank or have a disclaimer. There's a check mark for Scale with Document. This lets the header and footer resize or scale if you print the spreadsheet at a different size, say 90%. There's a check mark for Align with Page Margins. By default, the header and footer are lined up with the margins. So click OK, and we'll try to use some of these new options. The best way to get to the header is to change the view. Go to View, Workbook Views, Page Layout. At the top of the document should be the header. Go to the first page. How do you know it's the first page? Well, my clue is that there is a little tag in the left corner that says First Page Header. In that first page header, please type Charlotte's website. That'll work. Now scroll down to page 2. It should say Even Header at the top of the document. Click there and type First Quarter Sales. Very good. Go back to the normal view. When you look at a spreadsheet on a computer, you can see the headings in the rows and the columns. You can also see the grid lines. You can print these things if you wish. Here's how to get there. Go to Page Layout, Sheet Options. The options include grid lines, black and white, draft quality, row and column headings. The scaling lets you adjust this spreadsheet and make it fit just a little bit smaller. You can change it from 100% to perhaps 90%. A word of caution: if you're getting down to 80% and the type is 6-point type, your boss isn't going to be able to read it with or without the bifocals. Click OK to keep our settings. And now, finally, let's go to Print. Go to File, Print. This is the Backstage view. On the left-hand side are my print options, and on the right is a print preview. Here's what you can do with the settings. You can print the active sheets, you can print the entire workbook, or you can print just the selection that you chose. Very good. I think we've looked at almost every print option we could find. We certainly went from left to right on the print layout ribbon. Well, you done good. You get the cookie. This is the Computer Mama, and thank you for coming.